In this video, we'll explore 8 questions that may help you understand whether you identify as an INTP. This video provides detailed insights into the traits that characterize INTPs and how they display these traits in everyday life. 1. Do you prefer spending time alone or with a small group of close friends rather than in large social gatherings? INTPs are introverted by nature. They gain energy from spending time alone, often finding it draining to be in large social gatherings or around many people for long periods of time. Instead of seeking constant social interaction, they feel more energized and recharged when they have time for solitary reflection, creative thinking, or pursuing their intellectual interests privately. This is very important because the introversion trait in their personality makes INTPs more focused on their internal world rather than the external one. It makes them more inclined to enjoy time alone or in quieter, smaller social settings. 2. Do you often find yourself analyzing abstract ideas or concepts rather than focusing on practical details or routine tasks? INTPs are intuitive thinkers, which means they are primarily interested in abstract ideas, patterns, and theories, rather than the day-to-day details or material aspects of the present. They enjoy exploring possibilities, conceptualizing new ideas, and diving deep into intellectual subjects. The practical side of life often doesn't interest them as much unless it connects to a larger concept or theory. This is very important because the intuition preference in their personality type means INTPs are more focused on big-picture thinking and abstract possibilities rather than dealing with immediate, tangible things. 3. Are you more interested in finding logical explanations or solutions to problems rather than considering emotional perspectives? INTPs are thinking types. This means they tend to prioritize logical analysis and objective reasoning when making decisions. While they can be empathetic, they often prefer to address problems by evaluating them through an analytical, rational lens rather than letting their emotions guide their decision-making process. This is vital because the thinking preference in their personality makes INTPs to approach problems and decisions in an impersonal and logical way, even when others might focus more on the emotional aspects. 4. Do you enjoy challenging ideas, even if it means going against the opinions of others? INTPs love intellectual exploration and are naturally drawn to debate and analysis. For them, ideas are not just personal beliefs, they are something to be explored, tested, and examined from all angles. They often enjoy a good debate or discussion that challenges their viewpoints, as it helps them refine their understanding. The thinking and perceiving traits of INTPs combine to create a person who enjoys intellectual conversations and values open, flexible discussion, even if it means questioning other people's beliefs. 5. Do you prefer to keep your options open rather than commit to a fixed plan or schedule? INTPs are perceiving types. This means they tend to be flexible, adaptable, and open to new opportunities and ideas. They dislike strict schedules and being locked into specific plans. They are more comfortable leaving things open-ended and spontaneous, allowing them to follow where their curiosity leads. This is vital because the perceiving preference of INTPs makes them adaptable and more comfortable with uncertainty, seeing it as an opportunity for discovery rather than something to be avoided. 6. Do you often find yourself lost in thought or daydreaming about theories, possibilities, or future outcomes? INTPs have rich, imaginative inner worlds and often find themselves lost in thought. They enjoy theorizing about what could be, exploring abstract ideas, and envisioning future possibilities. This tendency to get lost in their thoughts can sometimes make them seem absent-minded or distant. Their intuitive preference, combined with their introverted nature, makes INTPs to spend a lot of time contemplating complex ideas or alternative realities, often losing themselves in their mental explorations. 7. Do you enjoy learning for the sake of learning, rather than pursuing something strictly practical or goal-oriented? INTPs are driven by curiosity and an intrinsic love for learning. They often seek knowledge not for immediate, practical use, but for the pure enjoyment of understanding the world better. They can become experts in fields that deeply interest them, even if those fields do not have obvious, practical applications. The intuition and thinking preferences combine to make INTPs lifelong learners, driven by a love of knowledge itself, rather than external validation or tangible results. 8. Are you often perceived as reserved, detached, or even aloof in social situations. INTPs are typically seen as reserved or even aloof by others because they are deeply introspective and may not show much outward emotion or engagement in social situations. They prefer to keep their thoughts to themselves unless they are in an environment where intellectual discussion is encouraged. The introverted nature of INTPs means they don't always seek out or thrive in social environments, and they can come across as distant because their focus is usually primarily inward. In conclusion, if you identify with most of these questions and the behaviors or traits described, there's a strong possibility that you are an INTP. However, remember that personality frameworks like MBTI are just a guide, and everyone is unique in their expression of personality traits.